Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk about Bilt today. Bilt is a company I've had a lot of struggles with, and covering them, I did a video basically saying I'm not covering Bilt until Bilt 2.0 is announced. We have the soft announce for Bilt 2.0. We're going to get into that in just a little bit. My concerns with the company still exist. Now, they have launched something called Hey Bilt, which is their large language model based customer service support chat. I'm seeing fewer and fewer issues with nightmare scenario postings on Reddit, which is cool. The absence of evidence does not necessarily indicate the evidence of things being corrected, but at least anecdotally, things look a little bit better. Not amazing, but a little bit better. Now, we're going to jump into the announcements in the email from Encore Jane. It's actually in a full press release, and kudos to Bilt for starting to do and issue press releases on their website. They've done transfer partnerships. They've done new heads of departments and major initiatives. Now they've got this post, and these posts were actually newsroom posts in the past. So this isn't anything new, but I am seeing slightly better communications from Bilt through their own channels. So credit where credit is due. Those are good things. Let's get into this. Now, the full email was also sent as a full email. So we're going to go pull up Bilt's page here and go through it kind of piece by piece. Now, on the first bit, how we've built the future of home and neighborhood. What started as a revolutionary idea, allowing renters to earn rewards on their largest monthly expense, has evolved into something far more ambitious, a comprehensive platform that transforms how people experience their home and neighborhood. Bilt's neighborhood network of homes has now signed 1 in 4 apartment buildings across the United States, partnering with over 40,000 merchants nationwide. The numbers speak to our rapid growth, expected to cross $1 billion in revenue in Q1 of 2026. We'll be processing over $100 billion annually in housing spend by the end of the year, driving over $10 billion annually to neighborhood merchants. Our Bilt points have been ranked as the highest value rewards currency on the market, and partnerships with 70% of the nation's top 100 property managers. So there you go. That's just how they've built this. Going forward, they're expanding our network across all housing categories. Condo and HOA expansion. We're growing our network of homes beyond traditional apartments, expanding into condo HOAs with recent partnerships including Douglas Elliman, Century Living, and more. This brings our comprehensive platform to homeowners who want to earn rewards on their HOA fees while accessing neighborhood benefits. My personal feelings on HOAs aside, cool. Student housing, we've launched with Blackstone's American Campus Communities, bringing our platform to student housing nationwide. Students can now earn rewards on their housing payments while discovering local businesses around campus. Mortgage expansion. We're announcing our expansion into mortgage through direct partnerships with mortgage servicers, revolutionizing the mortgage experience from origination through servicing onto loyalty. United Wholesale Mortgage has invested $100 million into this round as part of an exciting strategic partnership. More details on this partnership will be announced this fall. Bilt's platform will drive tremendous value for our brokers by delivering a better servicing experience and everyday rewards that create loyalty, while also creating a new pipeline of origination for our broker network, says the CEO of United Wholesale Mortgage. We think this represents the future of how customers will engage with their mortgage throughout the entire homeownership journey. We'll continue to expand with other mortgage servicers in the industry. And then the big one that we're all here to talk about, we're introducing Bilt Card 2.0, built by your feedback. Earlier this year, we received incredible feedback from tens of thousands of our members about what they wanted from their Bilt Card experience going forward. Based on that feedback, we have been developing new cards that deliver the depth and breadth of product experience you all asked for. Bilt Card 2.0 is being developed in partnership with Cardless, the platform which recently launched the American Express Coinbase card, the Qatar Airways cards, the TAP Air Portugal cards, the Avianca cards, the Simon Mall card, and previously a bunch of sport team co-branded cards that all got shut down overnight. The new card lineup will include 3 distinct products designed to serve Bilt's diverse membership base, a no-fee card option, along with premium cards featuring $95 and $495 annual fees, respectively. The $495 figure is new. Bilt Card 2.0 launches in February 2026, and current cardholders will be seamlessly moved from Wells Fargo to our new card platform at that time. More details about the new issuing partner, enhanced rewards, including points on both rent and mortgage, the broader card value prop, and the transition process will be announced early fall. Everything stays the same for you today, and we'll walk you through the exciting transition as we get closer to launch. This next generation card experience represents our commitment to listening to our members and continuously innovating to provide the most valuable rewards currency on the market. So that is the big juicy details of today's email and today's press release from Bilt. Bilt Card 2.0 is going to be launching in February 2026. We know that there's going to be 3 price points of the card: free, $95, $4.95. Can't speculate on what free, $95, and $4.95 are all going to look like. The $495 card appears to be a card that's going to be in the ballpark of the Capital One Venture X and whatever Wells Fargo and Citi seem to be cooking with at this point. Either they've got them in a slow cooker and they've forgotten about them, or who even knows with those two issuers at this point, with those two banks at this point. What is interesting is Bilt and Wells Fargo appear to be splitting, so there must be some sort of mutual termination of the agreement that is supposed to last until 2029, or Wells Fargo will continue issuing the card. Cardless is going to take over the front end portion of things, and maybe Cardless and Bilt will have a better approach to customer service than Wells and Bilt seem to have. The issue was never that Wells Fargo was the issuer. The issue, and I can't stress this enough, the issue was the lack of training and cross-training between Bilt and Wells Fargo. If Bilt customer service or Wells Fargo customer service had a clue what was going on with the cards and whatever issues were happening for customers, the complaints that led from the card wouldn't have been as bad. And that is on Bilt. Bilt is the client for the card, was the client for the card. Wells Fargo issued the card. Bilt needed to communicate with Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo needed to get communication from Bilt. Now, this is not a one-way issue. Wells Fargo certainly had their own levels of culpability with this. But Wells is there to issue and service the payment of the card. Everything else about the card, other features of the card, and other benefits of the card, everything under the Bilt Rewards Network program should have been handled by Bilt. Now, does this mean a return to 10K points on rent day? I don't know. Does this mean that other facets of the card that got capped shortly after the Wells Fargo article that came out at one point that seemed to shut everything down between Wells Fargo and Bilt, does that come back into play? I don't know. Maybe you're going to get unlimited rent day 2x spend on the $95 and $4.95 cards. Again, I have to wait for what the details on this are going to be. Cardless is an interesting issuing partner. Cardless is not without its own set of dangers. Cardless has a hard time marketing their cards. They have continuously been putting out huge welcome offers on the Avianca and Qatar cards. Now, Bilt is going to be a little bit different, where Bilt will have a sizable number of at least 1 million cardholders. There's an untapped 85% of Bilt users who still don't have the card. I happen to be one of them who could sign up for the card with Cardless. So like the growth potential is there. Maybe this is the card that puts Cardless on the map, but nobody's really sure of Cardless's customer support, and Bilt's customer support still leaves a certain je ne sais quoi to be helpful. So this is not without its own perils. Bilt and Cardless is the partnership that you would have thought of from the beginning. So maybe this makes sense on one level, but boy, howdy, this is potentially dangerous. Now, we don't know what mortgage earning is going to be on the card or in the program or anything like that. Now, Bilt has always said there will be a no annual fee option to redeem points across the board. I'm not here to put any speculation out there as to like what point earnings could look like. We know what point earning looks like with using non-Bilt credit cards to earn points. We know what things look like for purchasing a house. I would say look at those two examples as something to maybe see what the annual fee card is going to look like right now. Knowing Cardless's terms right now, you're going to only be able to get one of these 3 Bilt cards at any one time. I don't know if Bilt wants that. I don't know if Cardless wants that, because there could be you're really going to have to make a hard choice of, am I getting the $4.95 card? Am I getting the $95 card? Am I getting the no annual fee card? Now, you should be able to move between those cards once you get one, but Cardless does have a 1 card per family rule right now. Does that go away for Bilt? I don't think so. If it doesn't go away for Bilt, you're going to have to seriously take into consideration what each card does and how each card operates. So we're going to have to see what that looks like in the fall. So Bilt 2.0 coming out in February of 2026. Details about the card are going to be launched in the fall. Details about mortgage are going to be launched in the fall. So the new era of Bilt is coming, where Wells Fargo does or doesn't fit into that picture still remains to be seen. Now it's going to be on Wells Fargo to really get its act together on its products, because if they're no longer bleeding out $10 million a month, there's no longer a reason to not have more transfer partners or the new premium card. As for Bilt, I hope they have fixed their customer service. I hope they will properly cross-train Cardless employees to handle whatever questions are going to come in about their cards. I sincerely hope they have a clue what they're doing here, because the Wells Fargo marriage should have worked better than it did. And I don't know who's fully at fault, but I know who looking at it should have done better. Yeah. Anyway, that's where we are with it. Bilt 2.0 remains to be seen what the cards will look like. I'm sure I'll do something about that, but I'm still wary of Bilt. I will keep them at an arm's length, because I'm still not sure they've done enough to earn the benefit of the doubt. Customer service was a concern. I don't know how much the chat feature has fixed things. And, they're now pulling away from Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo will no longer be culpable for any of the issues going forward. They're the ones making this separation, it seems. It's probably a mutual separation behind closed doors. Wells Fargo's not going to say anything until asked about it. I think the first round of questions may or may not come up in Wells Fargo's earnings call next week. It'll be interesting to see if anyone asks Bilt on the record about the Wells Fargo relationship, or if anyone asks on Reddit about the Wells Fargo relationship. I've seen one post about it on the Bilt Reward subreddit. Hasn't been addressed as of yet. We'll see if one of their executives has time and jumps in there. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. If you like what I do, hit the subscribe button down below. If you want to support me here on YouTube, consider becoming a channel member. If you want to support me outside of YouTube, consider the pinned comment for ways to support me outside of YouTube. Check me out on the Stack Your Points podcast. We release on Wednesdays and Fridays here on YouTube. We do a live Thursday nights at 8:30, so you will see me in just a few hours. I'm bumping a video to get this video out today, and we just have to see what happens. So there you go. Thanks so much for your time. Thanks so much for your support. Look forward to your comments down below. Let me know what you think. 2 videos are going to pop up here, and bye for now.